I just came back from a workout and a bike ride, but it's that plus this feeling of Kung Fu. Now, I want to explain why what I'm doing is a martial art and why it's the right kind of martial arts we need. In a situation where someone's trying to hurt you and you turn it into something that hurts them, that is a principle of inversion right there. And that's what we want to do. And we're doing this mentally through our solutions with the social entrepreneurship. So this resembles Kung Fu in that way. But if anybody's practicing Kung Fu, I think this is going to be an extra section that's going to give you greater engagement for being someone that's being able to invert things. Inverting something negative, turn it into something positive. That's what we're doing as social innovation experts for community development. And we're meeting people, finding out what they want to share and what they want to do. And the more people we connect to, when we connect to someone's abundance, they connect to it, we connect to it. We get each other's abundances. And anyway, I felt so good doing this that it's going to turn into videos. And I know. See, this has given me such a good psychological boost for my life too, because in a time where there is uncertainty, I'm so happy with what I'm doing, and it has effect on parts of my life. I mean, you just need to find that focus, that example of how putting your concentration into something and affecting it positively, that is the action we want to do. And I believe until we're satisfied with finding what some people would call purpose, there's always going to be that haste and angst and uncomfortability. But being comfortable in a situation that others could find uncomfortable, because it reveals the weakness. If you go in front of a crowd to give a speech and you don't have a speech to give, you feel insecure. But if you know you've got the best speech to give, because when you decide to become an ambassador, we want to be a master of your craft. But how do you get to a master of your craft? You want to have confidence that, in fact, you are a master. And the only way to do that is to build it step by step, brick by brick, crumb by crumb. Now, if you're going to go purely in your passion, that can take a lifetime, as it's taken me nearly a lifetime. But now the idea is, how could you do that immediately? And as an affiliate of my exchange, I take all the guesswork out of it. I point to exactly what it's going to be you're needing to do, which is complete these 12 community development videos, completing your brand, and mutual people in business that you're also introducing alongside your brand. Because once we become a connector, we can attract everybody. But once we attract them, we need to classify them in a way that other people we meet can get the value of them. But this happens effortlessly through our conversation. That's where we're such masters of conversation. So we see everything we're doing as actually an information extracting way of also being able to everything we learn, being able to use for our next steps. And we're next step minded. Because after you create your completed personal brand and you are ready to go, then you're going to be ready to travel to other places to introduce the franchise you developed that you've also got the evidence to back up works. And you've got the YouTube channel to prove it. Happens so smooth. It's fun. Effortless. Anyway. These are, I believe, the kinds of things we need in this day and age. It's about integrating energy into one focused point. Bah! Explosion. But creating the right kind of need we need. The change maker, the affecting reality in a way, changing it for the better, customizing it better to the individual situations to discover the latent energy lying and make potential kinetic. Be the one to push it over a net. That's why it's social innovation acceleration experts. I stand corrected. That's what the Japan English Exchange stands for. I'm Nate Raymond. This is all done from my time in Japan, coming from New York. That's my personal brand. What's yours? It's going to involve my story, then me sharing what I know with you. And in your introduction to others, I'm someone that introduced you to the power of Japan and social innovation, and I'm very happy to do that. Not to mention, yes, Nate Raymond, I'm a good person that I think is going to be sharing the same kind of excitement with you once we get in sync about how good it feels when we're mutually beneficial relationships and creating that kind of integration that's unshakable. Your soul, many layers to the value you carry. We go step by step. That's the purpose of these community developments, but to provide a place in reality where this can happen. What happens on the outside occurs inside, and what also occurs inside can happen on the outside. Lots of mutual beneficial relationships. We fulfill a promise. Nate Raymond. Peace.